Hi, Mr. Kasim.
Hi, Niga. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Do you feel cold, Niga?
Yes,
Why?
I don't know. It is frosty and cold.
What is the temperature now there?
I don't know.
Current temperature in Baku. Eight. It's so cold. Okay. Elmira is here. Elmira was asking, do we have a class today? Elmira, is it you who asked about a class?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I didn't get any message about canceling the classes. That's why we are going to have class. Okay. And maybe Nowruz is the biggest, how to say, holiday for you there. But did you celebrate this year? Because now it's COVID, right? Quarantine. How was the celebration?
We're celebrating at home, for example, only with our parents.
I mean, did you go out and visit, or did you go to like amusement parks, or how do you celebrate usually?
Usually we go somewhere, but this year we celebrated at home with our pet.
Yeah, this year everything has changed, the whole world actually. A lot of things changed. So no celebrations. Okay. Elmira, are you tired? Leila, welcome. Good to see you.
Hello.
And the guys, others, I think they will join us soon. Okay, let's start. And when you get tired, we may have some break, maybe 2-3 minutes. Okay, you can drink your water or tea. All right. So again, this is 2005. I don't know why 5. We didn't solve these questions. Why? We didn't solve these questions, I think. Anyway, no problem. So we are going to practice this week P5 and P6 if possible, okay? And after that, next week we will practice 2016 papers, and after that, after next week, we have 2017, and after that week, you will practice 2021's paper in Sasmo day, right? So there will be original questions because Sasmo will take place on April 21, I think, maybe 20 or 21. So we have only 1 month left, okay? And usually when a few days left, usually the students' nature, they actually study very hard. Also, Nigar, Leila, Elmira, stay positive, try to practice more questions. And some difficult questions you have to practice once again, okay? Because sometimes just practice one time, you may think that you understand, but can you solve it again? At that time, you can see how much you understood the question, the problem. And after all, solving math problem is like mental exercise for you, right? As you do more and more mental exercises, that really improves your understanding and problem solving, thinking, and critical thinking skills. Okay, all right. Now it is already 6 minutes past, so we can start now. All right. And guys, you have enough experience with it, a lot of examples, all right? So now today, let's just again do this 4 points. As you know, Elmira, question from 1 to 15, they are not difficult questions, but you should solve these questions in maybe less than 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to give you maybe 2 minutes maximum. All right, if you can solve the question in 2 minutes, that's great, and you will get 5 points. Okay, and let's just do the first 10 questions for time. Okay, in 10 minutes, if you have the answer, just leave it to the chat box, because if you tell here, it's not good because I cannot see who solved the problem, okay? Leave your answer. Okay, let's do this like this until question maybe 10 or 12. And because after all this not your level, this is primary 5, it must be easy for you. Okay, let's start with this question. Okay, so you have 1.5 minutes for this question. Very easy question. Leila, correct. You have 5 points, Leila. 15 seconds left.
I sent to Mr.
Mr. Carson,
8, 3, 2, 1. Yes.
I can't see the my question.
You
I
cannot see the
saw,
question?
yes, I
Why?
saw P5 2016.
What? Say again, Elmira. Now you cannot see the question?
And now, yes, I saw just first question of P5 2016, yes.
Hmm. Now, how about this question, Elmira?
Mm,
What is the answer? This question one, an operator heart, right? That heart and a lot of different symbols we can use acts on two numbers to give the following outcomes. Nigar, what does outcome mean?
So
What does outcome mean?
I understand. Can you explain the answer?
what we
Yeah.
can do with it?
Nigar, what does outcome mean?
So our answer or
Result,
yes,
right?
answer.
Outcome means result because here we are using this operation on 2, 3, and 2 gives 61. In a way, but if you just notice here, what's going on here? And 3 times 2, it is 6. 3 minus 2, it is 1. So here 5 times 3, it is 15. 3 minus 2, it is 2. So that means that what is hardship doing here? We should multiply these two numbers and write the result, and subtract this number, write the result, and write the results next to each other, side by side, right? 6 times 1, it is 6. 6 minus 1, it is 5. 9 times 4, it is 36. 9 minus 4, it is 5. So here, 7 part 5. That means 7 times 5 and 7 minus 5. I need to write them next to each other, right? 7 times 5, it is 35. 7 minus 5, it is 2. So the answer is D. Only Leila's answer is correct.
But Mr. Kasim, I sent two, no?
Nigar, okay.
Yes.
All right. Nigar and
Mr. Carson,
Elmira,
it's the
did you
same.
understand? You also send it. Okay. If possible, can you send your answer before the time is up? Okay. I mean, I just
Uh,
want to see in 2 minutes. Can you solve the questions or not? Yes, Elmira.
I didn't see the question, so I can't solve.
Why you couldn't see this question? Why?
But now I see.
Now you can see, right? Okay, good. All right, we are moving to the next question. You have 1 minute and 50 seconds. Twenty seconds. Three, two, one. Elmira, no answer from you? Okay,
Mr.
Leila,
Qasim, but I sent you.
where?
I said
Leila, Nigar. Where is your answer, Elmira? Where? So your answer is D, Elmira?
You.
Okay. So, Nigar, how did you solve this question? Just tell me your methods.
I said I
okay.
can.
2 tens and 5 ones, it is 25, yes. And 4 tens and 3 ones, it is 43. So I plus 25 and 43, and it is 68.
Okay. In this kind of questions, okay, here, if I just put, for example, X, how would you read the question? Here, 2 times 25, okay, 25 more than X is means equal 4 times 3 ones, right? So that means that 2 times 5 ones more than X. What number is it? It is X plus 25 is equal to 43, right? And this is how we are interpreting or translating a word, words, I mean sentence into mathematical equation. Now from here, x is equal to 43 minus 25, that's equal to 18. So the answer is, Leila, your answer is what? Leila, your answer is 28, right? Also your answer is wrong, okay? I mean, this is how you, this kind of questions, just substitute a variable and form your sentence or equation, then solve it. That is much, much easier. Because in the question it's saying that 25 more than what number is 43. This is what it means. What number plus 25 that's equal to 43? Another way of translating. So the answer is 18. Okay. Good. Let's move to the next question. Very easy question. You have 1 minute for this question. 1 minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elmira, why are you thinking so much? It's so easy question. Nigar, what's your answer?
Um, I haven't got answer, but 1 second.
Leila? What are these numbers? Look, Nigar, what are these numbers? 1, 8, 27, 64. These are cube numbers, right? We call them cube numbers. Why? Because 1 is 1 cube. 8 is 2 cube. 27 is 3 cube. 64 is 4 cube. And 216 is 6 cube. So what number is the missing number here? It should be 5 cube, which is equal to 5 times 5 times 5. That is 125. So the answer is 125. Right? Very easy question. Come on, Nigar. Leila, no. It is 125. Okay. If you are ready, let's move to the next question. Okay, very easy question. 1 minute only. Okay, Nigar, correct. Elmira, correct. Leila, correct. Okay, that's very easy question, right? Because the smallest whole number between 1 and 100 that is divisible by 12 and 18, that is 36. And that's the smallest number. Means just simply we need to find the least common multiple of 12 and 18. That's equal to 36. Good. All answers are correct. Next question. 1.5 minutes. If the 5-digit number 1, 2, 3, and 5 is divisible by 9, find n. Leila, do you know what numbers are divisible by 9?
Yes.
Tell me, what numbers are divisible by 9? What is the rule?
Um, 19 or 28, 27.
No. Actually, yeah, those numbers, but what is the rule? Elmira, do you know what numbers are divisible by 9?
No. I know. This number must divisible by 3 and 6. Maybe.
No. Actually, if the sum of the digits, right, the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, and those numbers are divisible by 9. If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 3, then those numbers are divisible by 3. Right? So, Elmira, Nigar, how about Leila? 5 seconds. Okay. So simply, we know that all even numbers are divisible by 2, right? If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 9, that's divisible by 9. So from here, what is the sum of the digits of this number? That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n plus 5. This should be divisible by 9. So 1 plus 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. So 11 plus n. So here, 11 plus what number is divisible by 9? 11 plus 2, 13. No. 11 plus 4, 16. No. 11 plus 5, it is 16, and this one's 15, and 11 plus 7, that is 18, right? So when n is equal to 18, 7, so 11 plus 7 will be 18. 18 is just 2 times 9. So when n equals 7, that number is divisible by 9. Okay, good. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, Elmira, can you read the question?
Yes, the diagram shows how an equilateral triangle
Equilateral,
can be
equilateral, equilateral.
equilateral
Equilateral
triangle.
triangle means all sides are equal, right?
Yes,
Okay.
can be cut into four pieces and a rectangle.
Four pieces.
Renature. Yes, and renature to form a square. The solution of the um, Haberdasher's
Yes,
puzzle
haberdasher's puzzle.
is discovered by Henry Dudley. Dudley.
Dudney.
Uh, Dudley. If the length of the square is 13 centimeters and the edge of the
Height,
triangle
height,
is
height of the triangle, height of the triangle.
17 centimeters, find the length of the triangle connect to the nearest wall number.
If the length of the square is 13 centimeters and the height of the triangle is 17 centimeters, find the length of the triangle correct to the nearest whole number. Nigar, did this solve similar question before?
We had something, but
I mean, do you remember, did we ever solve this similar question with you?
not this kind, but similar, yes, with something.
Do you think you can solve this problem? I mean, now,
Uh,
do you have any idea how to solve this problem? Now, do you have any idea, for example, I know that. Can you say that or not yet?
for so I know how to solve it now, but
Do you know how to solve it? I mean, can you solve it?
no.
Elmira, how about you? Did you understand the question?
I think no, but I think I have some solutions, maybe.
Okay, guys, let me give you 2 minutes, okay, try. And after that, we will discuss together, okay? You have 2 minutes. But can you tell your brother to make some tea for me? Leila, are you sure? How did you get this answer? Huh?
I don't know. It's my some solutions.
Did you really solve it or you're just guessing the answer?
I have solutions. Yes.
How did you solve it?
Mm, I am. I can say this.
Okay, I will translate then. Let's wait for others, okay? 1 minute left. Okay, Leila, you have the answer. Elmira, I got your answer. We are waiting for Nigar. 20 seconds left. Nigar. Okay. And Leila's answer C, Elmira's answer E, Nigar's answer B. Let's see who is the lucky students here. Here the idea is very simple, okay? Because here, why they are giving this information at the top or at the beginning of the question, the diagram shows how an equilateral triangle can be cut into 4 pieces and rearranged to form a square, and the solution of the Haber-Dash is puzzle, blah blah. Because this thing is not easy one. You know, if I just give you triangle, can you cut it in such a way into 4 pieces so that when you just rearrange this, you can form a square? I mean, this one is not easy. That's why actually this solution was credited to this guy, Henry Dudony. You know, that's not easy stuff. But the idea is so simple. So usually, if you're given any triangle, right? If you're given any triangle, let's say this base is B and the height is, let's say it is H. How do you find the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is equal to 1 over 2 times base times height. This is how we find the area of the triangle, right? So now, as you see here in this picture, let me just label these pieces by A, B, C, D. This one is A, let's say this one is B, and this one is C, and this one is D. If you look at a square, for example, this part is B, right? It's exactly the copy of that part. And how about A? This one is A, and this one is C, and this one is D. You see here, rearranging means we are just moving, right? Rearranging and forming a square. So that means that if I say that, Elmira, here the area of the triangle is equal to the area of the square. Do you agree with me?
Maybe no.
No, why not? Why not?
Because when change, like
So I'm saying that,
because
Elmira, the area of the triangle is equal to the area of the square. You're saying no. Why?
when we like change place of these pieces or pieces, we will get like different lengths and height.
No, no, no. But the area does not change. The area does not change.
Mm.
The area does not change. As you see here, this area, for example, let me just give you one example, Elmira. For example, let's say the area of this one, let's say it is 5 centimeters squared. And this one is, let's say it is 6. Let's say this one is 7. Okay. And this one is, let's say it is 12. Right. Now, if you look at this part, so that one, all right, it's the exact the same with this because we are just rearranging. What is the area of this piece? It is 12. What is the area of this piece? It is 7. The area of this piece, it is 6, and this one is 5. You see here, 12 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 12. So by rearranging these pieces, the area does not change because we are not cutting or we are not adding any piece, right? That's why the area does not change. Area is the same. Now, so it says that the length of the square is 13. So the length of the square is 13. And also, actually, all sides are equal. It is 13, 13, 13. And the height of the triangle is 17. So now if I draw height to this side, it is 17. And it says in the question, it is equilateral triangle. That means that all sides are equal. If it is A, and also this is A, and also this is A. And since their areas are equal, let's say this one is A1, the area of the square is A2. A1 is equal to A2. What is the area of the triangle? It is 1 over 2 times height, it is 17, times base, it is A. And what is the area of the square? It is 13 times 13, right? Length squared, actually. Now from here, just we need to find A. What is A? A is equal to, first I need to multiply both sides by 2. So 13 times 13, it is 169. Take this 2 to the right hand side, it will be multiplied. 2 times 169 over 17. And what is 2 times 169? 2 times 9, 18. We have 1, 2 times 6, 12. With 1, it is 3, right? And 2 times 1, it is 2. With 1, it is 3. So that's equal to 338 over 17. So now, how can I find the answer? In the question, it says leave your answer correct to the nearest whole number. So that we have to round off our answer, right? So since in the exam, you are not allowed to use any calculator, so just only we need to do with a long division. By a long division, right? If you divide by, I mean, 338 divided by 17. So here we have 1 times 17, it is 17. And subtract, here we have 16, 168. So here we have 9, 9 times 7, 63. We have 6, 9 times 1, 9. With 6, it is 15. And subtract, here we have 1, 5. 15 is less than 17, right? So to continue, we need to put one decimal point here. Now we have 150. So now 7, 8 will be too big. 7 times 7, 49. We have 4. 7 times 1, 7. With 4, it is 11. So that's equal to, can we divide by 8? I think I can divide by 8. We can divide by 8. 8 times 7, 56. We have 5. 8 times 1, 8. With 5, it is 13. And if you subtract this, here we have 14. So now already I know one digit, right? I don't have to continue dividing this. So now 19.8 something. If you round off to the correct to the nearest whole number, Nigar, what is it?
It is 20.
It is 20, right? Because after the decimal point, the first digit is greater than 4. So that's 20. So what is the answer? Elmira's answer. Elmira actually sent me C. So you are again the lucky student here, Elmira. Not Elmira, sorry, Leila. Okay, Nigar, did you understand how we solve this problem?
Yes.
Here, again, even in your grade for S6 or S7, even after this year, even if they may ask similar question different way, okay? But the idea is simple. And that's why here is saying that rearranged. What it means that, and these two pieces or these two figures, they have the same area because we are just changing their places. We are not adding or removing anything from these pieces. And that's why their areas must be equal to each other. Okay, Elmira, is it understood?
Yes.
Good. And let's move to the next question. Leila, can you read the question? How do you read this, Leila? 2, 4. How do you read it?
2 4.
We just read it as 2 to the power of 4. Good. This one is power, right? And we call this 2. What does it mean? It means that 2 is multiplied by itself 4 times, right? For example, 3 to the power of 4, that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Or 5 to the power of 3. That means that 5 is multiplied by itself 3 times. This is how you should understand. It's just compact way of describing a long multiplication. Okay, Leila, read it now. Read the question again.
2 to the power of 4.
Power.
Power of 4. 2 means 2 multiplied by itself 4 times.
This means
Find
in
the last.
example. This one is in example. In example.
In example, find the last digits of 5 to the power of 10.
What do you think? Can you answer now here, Leila? If you multiply 5 by itself 10 times, what will be the last digit of the result?
Mm, I don't know.
Elmira?
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5. Why are you saying that maybe 5? You are not 100% sure?
Yes.
Nigar, what do you think? Okay, Nigar, I think because of interconnection. Elmira, your answer is correct because why? If you multiply 5 by 5, right? Always the last digit is 5. 5 times 5, 25. 25 times 5, 125. 125 times 5, it is 625. 625 times 5, 3025, right? And blah, 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 blah. And the last digit is always 5. The powers of 5 is always, the last digit is always 5. So the answer is 5. Okay, Elela, in this kind of question, you should just make some observation like 5 to the power of 1. What is the last digit? It is 5. 5 squared, it is 25. The last digit is 5. 5 cubed, 5 times 5 times 5. Again, the last digit is 5. And 5 to the power of 4, again the last digit is 5. Then 5 to the power of 10, also the last digit should be 5. Okay, let's go move to the next question. Elmira, can you read the question?
Yes. Mint. Mhm. In a soccer tournament, 12 teams play against each other twice. How many games are there altogether?
Okay, what does twice mean, Elmira?
Do they play like how can I explain it? Mm,
The twice mean, what does twice mean, Elmira? Twice.
play like 2 games.
Yes, twice means 2 times, right? 2 times. Okay, did you understand here? We have a kind of football league, all right? And in the football league, there are 12 teams. And they are going to play against each other, not only once, but twice. Like, for example, let's say, what is it? Let's say, what is it? Russia, right? And Azerbaijan. And Russia has a football team. Let's say their football team is R, and Azerbaijan, they have football team, right? Once they play in Russia, and once they play in Azerbaijan, usually. So that means that each team actually they are playing twice, not only once. So that's what they are trying to say here. We have 12 teams in a football league, and they are going to play twice. If it is so, how many games are there altogether? Or how many games will be played? Okay. Leila, Elmira, did you understand the question? Nigar.
Yes, I understood.
Okay then. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds for this question. Time starts now. Nigar. Leila, but you need to choose only one answer, not two. Elmira. Elmira, your answer is correct. Nigar, your answer is not correct. Leila, you said A or D. I don't know which one is your answer.
I
Elmira,
don't know.
huh? Elmira, why actually you chose, you selected D? Why? How did you solve it?
Like if one team will play with others, it will be 11 teams, and if they will play twice, it will be 22. Then the second will play with 10 teams, and like also twice, and it will be like 20, and that's go on, and then we will like plus them together, and we will get an answer.
Good, very good. Because here, actually, it's twice, right? The sum of the maths. And since it is twice, just I need to multiply by 2. So now we are talking about 12 people. The first team plays against 11 teams, right? So actually they play 11 games. Now the first team is gone. The second team plays against the remaining teams. So they play 10 matches. Gone. The third team plays against the remaining teams. It is 9. And the last two teams against each other, it is 2 and 1. So what is this? We have already studied this, right? The sum of the first 11 natural numbers. And if you remember, what is the formula here? It is n times n plus 1 over 2. So that's equal to 2 times, the sum of this formula is, the last number is 11. So that's 11 times 12 over 2. So now these two cancel each other. 11 times 12, that's equal to 132. So if they play twice, right, and in the league, if there are 12 teams, then there will be 132 matches. It is a lot, and that's why usually actually they make some groups, right? If 12 teams is a lot. In 4 teams, for example, at the time they play how much? Usually in football leagues or football cups, they just make groups, group A and group B and group C, and this one is team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. At the time, we know that they play twice, one in their own country, one in their opponent's country, right? So how many games will they play here then? It is 2 times 4, right? It is 3 times 4 over 2. There will be 12 matches. I mean, if in a team, if you have only 4 people. Good. Let's continue. Nigar, can you read the question?
Yes, a whole number multiplied by itself will give a special type of numbers called perfect squares. Examples of a perfect squares are 9 is 3 multiplied by 3, 16 is 4 by 4, and a perfect square year is a year which is a perfect square. When is the next perfect square year?
Did you understand the question?
Um, yes.
Like now, I think maybe question 2 or 3, we talk about cube numbers, right? And also in math, we have square numbers, right?
Yes.
And what are the square numbers? They are like 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, and like 50 squared, 51 squared. These are square numbers. What is 1 squared? It is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared, it is 9. 4 squared, it is 16. 5 squared, it is 25. These are square numbers. In this question, it's saying that a perfect square year is a year which is a perfect square. So when is the next perfect square year? Okay, now we are in what? We are in 2021, right? So it's not a perfect square year because it's not a square of a natural number. But when will be the next perfect square year? Elmira says D. Really, Elmira? Elmira changed what? Leila B.
Oh, there are two
Elmira
answers.
C. Nigar.
Yes, I'm typing. So can I say or
Can you say what?
oh no? Okay.
Okay, Nigar C. Because this 2025, right? What is it? Is it 45 squared?
Yes.
45 square equals 2025, right? So the answer is this. Okay. So Elmira, if I ask you instead of when is the next, right? And Elmira, the question is for you. How about if I ask you when was the previous perfect square year? What would be your answer?
D.
No, we don't have answer here. We don't have answer here. Just tell me, if I ask you here, when was the previous perfect square year? What would be your answer?
Previous it means just last. Like,
Yes,
Mr.
yes, yes,
Mr. Kasim.
yes,
Previous it means like last.
yes. 1936, right? That's correct. Because 44 square, right? 44 square. Because this one is 45. The previous one must be 44
1000.
square. That is 1936.
Yes.
Good. Let's move to the next question. That is a logical question, okay? It is not so hard, but it's not so easy. You should understand this well, okay? Uh, whose turn is it to read? Leila, I think it's your turn. Read the question a bit faster if possible.
There are four items: a ruler and pencil and eraser and a sniper. Lying in a straight row on a table, the shaper is next to the ruler, no, nor next to the eraser. The pencil is not third item. The eraser is neither the first or the last item. What is the order of the items on the table from the first last?
Okay, here on the table, we have four stationary items, right? The first one is a ruler. The second one is a pencil. And third one is eraser. And number four is a sharpener, pencil sharpener, right? Now it's saying that they are lying in a straight row. Okay, here they are lying like this. Okay, here we have the first one, the second one, and third one. Okay, let me just call it. This one is ruler and pencil, eraser, and the sharpener. And it stays that lying in a straight row on a table. The sharpener is neither or neither next to the ruler nor next to the eraser, right? The pencil is not the third item. This one is the first one. This one is the second one. This one is the third one. This one is not fourth one, right? The pencil is not the third one. Pencil is not here, right? The eraser is neither the first nor the last item. What is the order of the items on the table from first to last? Think a little bit, okay? Let me give you like 1.5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes. After that, let's discuss it together. Because without thinking, we cannot solve this question because You need to think some different cases here. You have 2 minutes. Elmira, you said A. A is not the correct answer. You know why, Elmira? Because it says
Mm,
here the sharpener is neither next to the ruler or next to the eraser, right? So it says it's not next to the ruler. Look, ruler and sharpener, they are next to each other.
okay, I think that the sharpener is next to a ruler, but not to the either.
So what's the answer then? No, A is not the answer.
Okay.
And also it says that again, Elmira, if you look at this, sharpener is neither next to the ruler nor next to the eraser, right? Here, sharpener and eraser, they are next to each other. Also, this cannot be the answer, right?
So E.
And now again, sharpener here, sharpener and ruler, also they are next to each other. Also, this cannot be the answer. And here,
E.
sharpener is neither next to the ruler nor next to the eraser. Also here, it cannot be the answer. And eraser and sharpener, they are next to each other. Now, what is the answer? Only E. But
Yes.
now check it out actually. Does it satisfy all the conditions? Now here, sharpener. Is it next to the eraser? No. As you see here, between sharpener and eraser, there is pencil. They are not next to each other. Sharpener, is it next to the ruler? No. And also it says that the pencil is not the third item. Does it satisfy this condition? Yes, pencil is the second item. It's not the third item. And also it says that the eraser is neither the first nor the last. Also, if you look at this, neither is not the first, not the last. It is a third one, right? So the answer is E. Okay, Nigar, did you understand? Nigar
Yes,
says E. How?
yes,
Why your answer is E, Nigar?
because also I understood that sharpener is not no, neither next to a ruler and eraser, and only in variant E, yes, we have sharpener near to pencil.
But if I don't give any options here, would you be able to solve this question if I have, suppose that we don't have any answer here? Now you are supposed to write this answer. For example, you need to write, you are asked to write the answer. How would you write? I mean, without looking at the solution. How do you write this? And also you should try at home, okay? There's also, even if you're not given the option, we can solve this because it's a logic question. And you have two possibilities because it says the sharpener is neither next to the ruler nor next to the eraser. That means that if sharpener is here, the ruler eraser is not here. If sharpener is here, then actual ruler eraser it must be here. Sharpener cannot be the second or third item here. It should be either first or the last. And after that, you just also use the second and third sentences, and you can also answer the question even we don't have any choices here. Yeah, let's start one more question and we will finish the today's class, okay? Nigar, can you read the question and if possible answer and explain? That's
Yes.
very easy question. If you remember, we did a lot of geometry questions and that's very easy one. Read the question
So
first.
the diagram shows a big rectangle that is made up of four small identical rectangles. If the bigger dimension of one of the small rectangles is 20 centimeters, find the area of the big rectangle.
What do we mean by bigger dimension, Nigar? What do you understand from this bigger dimension?
Uh, Bigger dimension.
Is length, because rectangle it has two dimensions, right? It
Oh,
has
yeah, I
width
understand.
and the length, and length is greater than width. So bigger dimension is length, smaller dimension is width.
So the length is 20 centimeter.
Yeah,
small
it's a bigger
rectangle.
dimension of one of the small rectangles. Here we have 4 rectangles, so the length is 20. So this one is 20, and also this one is 20. Now, Elmira, can you tell me what is the length of this one then? What is it?
So also there are two another rectangles. If we will write like a 20, the length of another.
No, no,
Mm,
Elmira, just tell me what's the length of this, the length of the big rectangle. What is it? Nigar, Leila, what is it? Anybody can answer this question. What is it? Nigar, what is the length of this side
It
or
is
this one? What is it?
no, it is 20 or
10.
no.
It is 10 and 10,
Oh,
right? So it's the width. Also, this should be 10 then. And also this should be 10. And this one is 20. 10 plus 20 plus 10, what is it? It is 40.
40.
So the area of the big rectangle, then width it is 20, length it is 40, which is equal to 800 cm squared. So the answer is 800. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your attention, time, and patience. Okay. Enjoy your Navroz. I don't know how big it is. Okay. I think you're on holiday. Enjoy your holiday. And if possible, try to practice more and more questions because now you have a lot of time. Okay. I will see you when, Elmira, Thursday or Wednesday? When is our next class?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. You'll have a good night. See you on Thursday. Okay. Bye bye.
okay,
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
goodbye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Miss Kaza.
Thank you.
Have a happy Nowruz holidays.